All right, a very, very, very good afternoon to each and every one of you, to all the people who are currently viewing this live feed. My name is Siddharth Stephen, once again, your host and moderator for the current group discussion. And once again, today we are on the platform which is the Great Indian Discussion. And today we are going to have the group discussion. And in the group discussion, the panelists would be our Xceed students. So Xceed is a Save Jobs premium program, and we have the students who are all set with the current topic. So the topic of the group discussion is actually available, if you guys can see at the bottom of the screen. So the topic says that should English remain the official language of India? So that's the topic. Our students and are actually the panelists, the celebrities are all set with me. So I'll start quickly. I'll go one by one to each and every individual to grab on the introduction points. So we'll start the group discussion without wasting any time. So the first one that I have on the screen is Anu. So Anu, just a quick introduction from your end.
Uh, Good morning, good afternoon, everywhere. Uh, Hello. Today our topic is should English remain the office language of India? Uh, we observe that there will be no in English is not official language for India. There are many reasons behind for the many reasons behind the because India is adopted the Western culture, but India is nationalizing identity. India is on national language Hindi. So and so we so I say that say yeah Hindi is a common language for India for all the caste.
All right, thanks, Anu. So going on to Satya. Satya, you there?
Yeah, and good afternoon, everyone. And my name is Satyapriya Avinash Parik, and I'm a participant of this Exceed program. And it's been already 2 to 3 weeks at max, and it's been an honor being a participant of this program. And I was having not a single idea about what is this supply chain management. Every time I had a doubt regarding what is the logistics or what is supply chain management, whether it is the same thing or not. And after that, moving on to getting some knowledge, and rather I don't have any working experience, but I do have right now a good knowledge and understanding of logistics, supply chain management, and also although with some advanced Excel as well. So yeah. And currently I'm also working as an HR with one of our US staffing company. And yeah, so that will be from my introduction side.
So, Satya, would you like to just talk anything, probably some introduction points on the topic? Should English remain the official language of India?
Yeah, sure. I'll definitely like to add something on this topic. Yeah, since English is considered as one of the major language and it's been spoken in most of the world, and it should be kept as an official language. And by making it official, India will open its doors to easier businesses and international relations, because whatever we do all the things as in scripting, writing, as an verbal communication, everything we do is as in a, we can say, an English platform. So yeah, for my side, English should remain the official language of India.
All right, cool. Thank you so much, Satya. So, going on to Rahul, what about you?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rahul. I'm doing Xceed logistics program. Now, from my side, I'm saying that English should remain the official language. This is because English now English is accepted in the world, so we can say that English is a world's language. So if we have to do business with other countries or even inside India, we have to know the language. So we have different languages inside India also. So we have to remain the official languages as English in India. Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much, Rahul. So, I have Maqsood. Maqsood, what about you?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, all also. I'm Maksud, sir. So my opinion is English should be not the official language, sir. Because already Anu Chaudhary also told no, Hindi is our national language. Really, sir. Nowadays, India. Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Uh, Nowadays, India is already lost of cultural Western cultures are adopted. Sir. Definitely, we will lose our identification, our especially Indian culture. Sir. Both are. And one of the government nowadays, government should be taken the step awareness for the regarding Hindi language. Sir. Everyone can be read and read the speak Hindi, sir. Especially South Indian, sir. Because of I am also South Indian Karnataka, sir. सभी साउथ
Mhm.
कर्नाटका भी सभी सीखना है सर हिंदी हिंदी इज मस्ट एंड शुड ऐसा हिंदी इज ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज मेरा ओपिनियन
Okay, great. So thanks, Vishal. So now we have the pro and the con of the topic. Great.
यस
Going on to Vishnu. What about you?
Hello, hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go
Hello.
ahead.
Ah,
You'll have to be a little
I'm
louder, Vishnu.
okay. Myself, Vishnu from Kerala. I'm also an Xceed participant. The topic is about should English remain official language. I also support English to be official language, but not a national language. English is a medium to communicate with other language people. So English should be the official language. Thank you.
All right, short and precise. Thanks, Vishnu. So lastly, Shriji, what about you?
So, good evening, all. My name is Srijit Pasti, and the topic is should English remain as the official language in India? And my opinion is that it's a serious topic that government should interfere in this. And according to me, in India, English is a foreign language and it's not an Indian origin. So, making English as official language is not necessary in India. And later I will talk in major parts. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you so much, Srijit. So thank you so much, guys, for starting on the introduction with your introducing points, and now going ahead to the main segment of the group discussion, which is the core. So if this core group discussion would be of 15 to 20 minutes, so I would encourage all the participants to come together and place your points on the plate, whatever you have. Right. So probably someone who can initiate the second segment. Anyone, if anyone would like to initiate it, can raise a hand. No one? Okay. Okay, thanks, Satya. Satya, you can go ahead. So I am, guys, going on mute. I'll be here, but I'm going on mute. And please go ahead, Satya.
Yeah, so on this topic, the logical step that I would like to proceed is like we anyway depend on our language of English for all official proceedings, and making it the official language is the logical next step. And in a country that recognizes 22 other official languages, and English can actually break these linguistic barriers and help us share our ideas with the rest of our countrymen and women, I can say. And even in this Hindi heartland, most of the technical correspondence and discussions happen in English. And English is the language in which all these books or textbooks we find it is written. So and one more thing that I'd like to add is English is a language that is aiding rapid globalization and development, and it is the most common and valuable language in the world. And as I said, like all the technical books and subjects such as engineering, medicine, and management are in English. So moreover, knowledge of English keeps us from being confined within just the not just the boundaries of India, but with have a face-to-face conversation with other 200 and plus countries in the world. Yeah.
Thank you, Satyapriya. And I would add some point that, as we already know, India has adopted different Western culture from other countries. And if we are adopting English to a country, we are losing our identity. India has a different identity, and if we are also adopting from Western culture, then we lose our image.
Hello. I don't think I don't. I am going to. I don't agree to Swedish because by adopting English as an official language, we don't lose our identity. English is a medium. India is a developing country. English helps us to develop furthermore. To make a business and other relations with other countries, we need English.
Yes, the topic is should English remain the official language in India? We are talking about India, so it should be it should not be made as official language. There, of course, it's a medium of language, but English is not to be made as official language because we all know that about past our freedom struggle fighters how they struggled in the to get our freedom in India, and then also we are adopting English as official language. Here, India has a different culture, and Hindi is our main language.
I don't think by recognizing English as an official language does not change Hindi as a national language.
Hello, Srijit. Hello, Srijit. We have more than 50 languages in India. So, how can we communicate each other from north to south, west to east? There are so many languages. Most of that now English being a world's language, so we can adopt English as an official language. Yes, that
Not
is
as a
okay.
national language.
Not as a national language. Okay.
Hi Rahul. Already national language you told now already Hindi is our national language. Already government has to be taken lot of risks taken, and also have to be everyone can be one of the main rules will be adopted, read, write and speak Hindi. Why have to be should taken again in English?
Hello, Masud bro.
I
Yeah, sure. This topic is about should English be a official language. This doesn't says that English should be a national language. So recognizing English as an official language is not bad. It helps us for improvement.
I respect your point, Vishnu, but I adding my point. According to my observation, we know that Hindi is the first language of the world. In India, many population are uneducated, so not work in the office. So not everyone know everyone know about the English to talking for so India is most uneducated, and my opinion in India, English is not official language.
Good,
Yeah,
Agree.
good point.
I
Okay,
Okay.
support Anu that
carry on, Mr. Bhai.
No, no, you carry on.
No, Anu point is good one. Okay, carry on.
Okay.
Uh,
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 yeah, there are a lot of illustrated papers in India, but it's government should take responsibility to make them educate. It's not our responsibility. But making it English official does not mean that what make it problem to India or in Hindi. We usually I am from Kerala, Rahul from Kerala, and Srijit from Kerala. Well, we want to talk to you. We have to talk to you in English. If we don't know Hindi, so we have to talk to you in English. If I talk to you in Malayalam, do you understand?
actually Malayalam is a regional language, and we are talking about official
Hindi
language.
also is a
yes,
regional language.
Region
Not
I
much.
think
language is different.
I think you are deviating from deviating.
I am not
Actually,
debating.
Malayalam is a regional language, and we are
What do you
talking
say,
about
Srijit?
official
What do you
languages.
say with that?
yes, yes.
Right.
But Hindi is a national language, so we
national
know
language.
Hindi is very easily adapted by the Indian very easily way. But not English, not
Hindi is a
English,
national
not
language
very easily way adapted. Why? Because it is not
because
educated, and also by the English we can lose your identity, and we adapted the Western culture, and we already know that India is not a Western culture, so we adopted Western culture. So India is very converted in Western culture. So we divert your cultures. So it is not it is not necessary for you use the English language.
let me tell you why Hindi is taken as a national
Sir,
language.
Anu Chaudhary, sir. Now the books in the schools, colleges, everywhere are printed in English. That's why we are saying that English should remain as the official language. Everyone
Now,
knows English, but most of the South Indians don't know Hindi. How can we
I'm
communicate
also,
each other? How
I
can we
brother,
respect
I'm
your
communicate?
point.
also South Indian. Noted this. I am also South Indian. I am from Karnataka.
Most, sir, most of the South Indians, I said, most of the South Indians.
No,
Okay.
no, but our to the
I
respect that
want
one
to
English is official language.
I need to add a point. in Rahul. Rahul, it's
Yes,
just
please.
a shame thing. It's just a shame thing that we don't know Hindi, because Hindi is official language, and Hindi is a in Hindi because of, most of the population in India speaks Hindi, and it's a shame for us that we don't know Hindi. So
Now
I
it's
don't
not
agree
like
with
that.
you.
Most of the world's population speaks English now.
Yes.
Then
Yeah.
why can't? Okay, then why can't?
No, we are talking.
We are a developing country, so we must know English. And that you're saying that no, don't know Hindi is a shameless to me. I'm a Malayali born. I know Malayalam. That's my mother tongue. I know Malayalam. And
See, guys,
Hindi,
like we shouldn't take this.
I respect your
See, we
point, Rahul.
shouldn't take
But
this
if
conversation.
he if he adapted,
Anu, just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Like we shouldn't take this discussion into the state borders, or we shouldn't take this discussion into like something like we are from Malayalam, Karnataka, Kerala, or something. The topic discussion is about English and not about like we should be supporting it or we should be giving some points in the favor of it or against of it. But right now we are arguing like we are from South India, we are from this part of the country, we don't know this, we don't know that. The like so basically we should keep our conversation on basis of this topic, and we shouldn't, because we are all Indians and we shouldn't argue about our states, and we shouldn't keep all these points something related to the states, because states is a different matter and country comes first. So we should first start discussing about the language and the country, but not state, because it will actually create discrimination as well. So
So guys,
yes,
I just
yeah,
thanks so much, Satya. So just like to point out that it's not that we're talking about the national language; we're talking about the official language, right? So there's a difference. So, but anyways, yeah, go ahead. Anu, you were saying
uh,
something. I'm so sorry, I
yes,
interrupted you.
yes, sir, I agree your point. But here and say an official language. So, but because sir, India is not very educated, and everyone is know very well, very well know about the English language very easily to use for in office purpose. So I don't. So it is compulsory for in the official language by the English. So everyone not speak very well by English in this time in this time. So because India is not a developed country, so India is now required. It is a common language, so we easily we can yeah, everyone a person is work in the office is very common language. But everyone is not in India is very well by the English language. So I am no so I am say that Hindi is a very used in official language. So everyone is everywhere very easily way to work in India.
like what I like to tell is English. First of all, English is a global language, and English is the reading language of knowledge generation and also transmission. Like, I would like to say, and English is the language of internet, electronic media, mass communication. Everywhere you go, you'll just see English and English and English. And English is the language of international business and also market. And because when you are doing a business or you are doing a market survey or doing a research everywhere, you'll find people from not only from the because it's not about India, it's about also a global thing. Like for example, if someone comes to India or you go out of India, you need to know that English language in order to listen or in order to speak as well, in order to understand, and in order to make the people understand as well. And English is the language that is most widely spoken and understood across the continents as well. And whenever we read something, the moment we see it's in an English script, we understand it and we transform it on our mother tongue, not in Hindi or not in English, and after that we speak on that. So when it comes to English, like we read that thing throughout our life. And for example, if everything will be displayed on the system, like it's a Hindi, or when you go for a calculator or you go for something like on a banner or everything, it is it is not that easy to read those things. Like I know my mother tongue, I know Hindi, I know a couple of more languages as well. But when it comes to English and keeping it as the official language for business purpose, for office purpose, for study purpose, for all those each and every purpose, English plays a very much vital role in this uh, uh, ground, I can say.
Yeah, of course, English is a global language. And if I say example in China, in China they do not adopt English, and they only adopt Chinese language. And then also they are making number one in the world. So English is not a matter.
So
but
you
they
can
are.
see China, they don't have they don't even have Google there. So they're out of the world, I can say, because each and every country, 200 countries, they follow Google, they follow each and everything. But China, they have a different boundary of their security. They don't even follow Google. They don't even use any of the technologies that people use outside the any other countries, and they just use their own things in China. So you can see how they only do the things inside the country, and they don't follow the things outside the country, whatever is happening globally.
I agree your point. English also a global language, and but if you we also use English language in outside for communication and for the. But if you use a other language in a official language adapted, so something is lose. Sometime is very sometime after country is very converting in Western culture. So mainly in very and so everyone is no forget about the Urdu and Hindi and not interested to talk to Hindi and Urdu. Yeah. So we know that if in another country and also we to talking in English and business also in English, but in India we also required in Hindi language. So everyone same platform for communication and for the working culture.
See, like for example, if like I know that we learn a lot of languages in our school career and everything, our mother tongue, our Hindi language, or any official English language. Like we learn at least 2 to 3 languages in our school career and in our professional career. Mother tongue is like, we are bilingual, so it is easy to communicate in our neighborhood or is with the family members. Hindi is required to communicate with most of the people. But when it comes to English, for example, you're working in a office or you're working somewhere, then English is the only language that you can speak. You need to write, you need to read, and you need that English language for a better communication and everything. And what I can say, like, when it comes to English, like yeah, I mean, you told the right thing that majority will fail, because most of the peoples in India, they are not that well educated. They're not that much yeah, I mean, the most important thing is they're not well educated, so that's why majority will fail. But we should, like, since we're a developing country and we want to be developed, and we don't want to be keep developing and developing for the next year. Otherwise, right now we have a certain economic value, GDP value, and it will gradually decrease day by day in the next few years or decades if you start have with this mindset or with this criteria. So in order to be a developed country, developed state, and in order to because whatever our revenue is something like, 7 or 8 trillion dollars, and only the one company, Apple, right, just only of last week only, one company, Apple, that is in US, and he only has the revenue of around $2 trillion. So see, one company in US is having $2 trillion, and one country in India, they're only having only 3 times or 4 times of the revenue. While other countries like China, they're having $15 trillion of revenue. US is having $20 trillion. So in order to become a developed country, developed state, developed nation, and we don't want to be keep developing, otherwise we'll uh, we'll be lacking in certain areas, which, and we have to go for next 50 years in order to overcome that, or so and so, guys.
I respect your point, Satyapriya. But if India is an official language, so it is necessary is use a official language in working culture. So everyone not getting the job in India by the English language, and so everyone by because it's not very well in English. So everyone know. So it is a compulsory official language is used for the in the business work, and also so everyone in India is not getting the every person getting the job in job if we criteria is कि India के official if we criteria official language use is English in business purpose and official purpose. So everyone India person is not getting the job. Yeah, if this condition.
And see,
But
like,
Satyam,
the only language that we have, like, 1 billion active and passive users or speakers, I can say, it is the only language, English, that is mostly used, and it is the most identifiable or international language, and it is also official language of the United Nations, which is being supported and being told, and it is one of the most common official languages with recognized status in more than 50 plus countries. So like that you're saying, I understand that majority will fail. The people are uneducated, and people will not be able to speak in English or anything. But we can try. We can take a next step. We need to the way we know our mother tongue, the way we know Hindi, we should be knowing English. We should be starting reading, writing, and having a communication. Because, for example, yeah, you said that most people are not working, but is that the same thing? Right now we were discussing about developing and developed, and if we don't work, then how our country will get developed? And if we still get still remain unemployed and everything, then obviously we'll be a developing country for the next a century as well. So in order to make our country develop, in order to have a face of our country, have an image of our country, and we should be we should be a face, and we should be the one standing in front of the country, that we are a citizen of this country, and we are going way beyond of our thinking and imagination and everything, to make our country proud and make our country successful. So on that case, in order to stand shoulder to shoulder with each and every country outside it's not about only people inside the India, but people are going outside of India to work as well. And mostly in US, the number of doctors, each for out of every seven doctor, one doctor is an Indian doctor. In England, or you can say in Britain, out of every five doctors is an Indian doctor. In NASA, there is 35% of people that are Indian scientists. So we are having a number of people working outside of India, and they're doing the most important job for the world, and also they're representing our country as well. So they're using that English language to stand shoulder to shoulder, and give a very good image, or keeping a face of our country on that perspective, I guess.
Uh,
All right, so I think we are like exhausted with points. So let's move on to the third segment of the group discussion, guys. With respect to the third discussion, I'm going to come to everyone to actually talk about the conclusion points. Obviously, my humble apologies. So to start with, I will first go to. So what I'll do is, so pro 1 point as a pro. Why should English be an official language? And one con, a negative, as to why should English not be, right? So that's perfectly fine if you do not have properly, if you only have pro, that's perfectly fine. I just want to understand your viewpoint on conclusion. So to start with, Anu, one pro, one con. Why should English remain and why should English not remain?
According to my observation, we the first pro for benefit for the English language. Benefit for if we do the businessing, and we work for if we work with the other countries, so we required a English language. Require for the communication, very easily comfortable to work. But one cause, if we for if we concern for the Indian person, no, not expressing very well in by the, because everyone is not educated and not comfortable with the with English. So it is one negative for the official language for English.
All right, thanks, Anu. So Satya, one pro, one con from your end.
Well, I actually said mostly the pros thing, but right now I would
Oh,
like to
I know.
support my yeah, right now I would like to support my country on a different perspective, like the variety. So as an India, as we know, that is a country that boasts of a variety of languages, cultures, and regions. And if English is made the official language of India, we might we won't be losing, we won't be losing even this little variety that is left in the world. It will be still be there. The languages that we speak, more than, I don't know, the 22 languages, so are called from, like Tamil, Telugu, Marathi, and each and everything that describes us about which state we belong. And there are a lot of languages that are not being recognized, but we have more than, I don't know, the thousands of languages that is being spoken in this entire country. But I don't think that we will be losing this little variety that is left in the world when it comes to language, cultures. And because Western culture is there, most people follow that. But when it comes to Indian culture, all the country, they recognize this thing of India, that India is having a great culture. Because when cricketers comes to play India, they love the people, they love the crowd. And when there is right now the IPL is going to be held in Dubai, and I don't think people will the cricketer, when they'll be playing, when they also want to, when the heat of 4 or 6, the crowd should be they will be on the top of their the decibels against it. They should shout, and on that thing gives the player a boost and energy and confidence and everything. When it comes to India, there are more than 50,000 in each stadium that the crowds come, and people used to they actually enjoy that. They enjoy the crowd, they enjoy the culture. Whenever they go to a hotel, the way they are if players or anyone go to other country, they just book a reservation, go used to stay, click some photographs and everything, just the scenery and everything. But when other peoples come inside our country India, the way we the give that in Hindi we can say the malas, the way like we treat them, the food that we have, the culture that we have, the dressing we have, everything, it makes our country unique. And if we make it English a language, it is just a language. We are not making it as an variety of or something like that we can say we are changing something, but it is just a language that we are making it an official language, but we are not changing our culture. It will still be there, and it will still be recognized by the rest 6 billion people, I can say. That will be all for me. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Satya. So, some pretty strong points. Thank you so much from Anu and Satya so far. So, Rahul, what about you? What do you think? One pro, one con.
Pro, I think that by remaining English as the official language, we can boost the development of our country. The con, I think that at some point we are hurting our cultural values. Thank you, sir.
All right, thanks, Rahul. Maksud, one pro, one con.
वही वही सर, मैं अडाप्ट करता हूँ, वही ग्लोबल लैंग्वेज इज इंग्लिश, ग्लोबल लैंग्वेज ओके अडाप्टेड, बट ग्लोबल लैंग्वेज इंग्लिश ओके है सर। प्रेजेंट इंडिया का सिचुएशन है ना, ऑलरेडी मैं भी डिस्कस किया है, अनु भी डिस्कस किया है, अनु भाई भी ऑलरेडी लॉट ऑफ पुअर है सर। आजकल एजुकेटेड नहीं है किधर भी इंडिया में। एजुकेटेड मतलब उतना भी लॉट ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर, एजुकेटेड मतलब एजुकेटेड के साथ साथ भी पुअरनेस भी है इंडिया में अभी भी। पढ़ाई करने के लिए भी कुछ भी पैसा नहीं। एटलीस्ट मिनिमम हिंदी लैंग्वेज तो ज़रूर होना चाहिए सर, नेशनल लैंग्वेज हिंदी है। हर एक आदमी भी अडॉप्ट करना चाहिए हिंदी, इंडिया का स्ट्रक्चर। मगर इंटरनेशनल के लिए इंग्लिश तो है ज़रूरी है, हिंदी ऑफिशियली हिंदी होना ही है सर इंडिया।
All right,
मेरा तो
thanks,
opinion
Maksud.
है।
Okay, great. Thanks, Maksud. Vishnu,
Yes, sir.
one pro, one con.
I also support that English should be remain as an official language in India because for the future development of the country, yeah, with other future development of country we need English. But I also state that Hindi should be our national language.
All right, thanks, Vishnu. Lastly, Sharjeet, what about you?
Thank you, sir. I was talking more about cons, and I would like to point a pro that about international relation. That English is the primary language of most business transactions conducted, and international business are mostly conducted in English only. So English is a global language, and everyone can identify and speak more clearly. So English is better.
All right, thanks so much, Sharjeet. So I think yeah, Satya, you would like to say something?
Yeah, actually, in broad terms, like national language refers to the tongues spoken on a you can say certain territory. So yeah, it should be a national language by and but when it comes to the official language, are the ones that is used by a region for government or for official purposes. In that case, English is very good, but yeah, Hindi should be a national language because sorry guys, I was speaking a lot of things about English and Hindi and everything, but I also want that national language should be Hindi and the official language. So there's a difference between national and official. So official language should be English, and because it is used by regions, government, or for official purpose and a lot of things, and it should be the official language. But when it comes to national language, yeah, Hindi.
Great, thanks, Satya. So just to first of all, thank you so much, guys. I was thoroughly. I know in between a group discussion actually came to us a moment wherein we were pulling out swords and knives and just ready to go into battle. But at the same point in time, the best part was that we all were placing our points. We were open and we had our own Oh, sorry, I muted myself. So we were actually, just expressing our thoughts and our ideas over the group discussion. And just to conclude with my set of, probably three things that I would just like to put in. I absolutely agree with few of you guys, wherein when we talk about the culture, so I say the language and culture are different, right? So language is just something which is with respect to sorry. So language is something which is on the outer side, wherein you can adapt, or that's more of a learning thing that you can learn Japanese, you can learn Chinese, you can learn English, right? So language is just a thing, but it's a language. But when we talk about adapting a specific culture, that's when things go wrong. So yes, if some people were actually arguing on the fact that we if we won't want to focus on the Western culture, we want to focus on the Indian culture. I completely am with you. I'm on it. I'm a proud Indian myself, as you all. And right, the culture, and that is the main reason because we respect our culture. That's why we fight for our culture, right? We are so protective about it. But at the same point in time, when we talk about the language, we also need to consider coming to the second thing, which is the official side. Because when we talk about businesses, when we talk about official is all about corporate level. When you are probably, let's say, if Anu is having his own business, he would like to expand his business. Many of our Indian companies, which are now MNCs, right? So they are operating on an international scale, and that is only possible because of that specific language. The reason behind that is because, like rightly said, English is a global language, and it's like 160 countries all across. They actually use English, and this is one of the biggest languages that are used globally. So when we talk about officially, then yes, English should actually be considered at this specific stage. But at the same point in time, when we talk about the Western culture, yes, it's not necessary that if you're learning English, you're adapting the Western culture. It's more of you're adapting a specific language. And and at the end of the day, if you would like to grow, and someone actually rightly pointed out with respect to the education, which is on a very lower scale. So just to add on few points, so yes, I completely agree that still there is a lot of poverty, or probably a lot of the issues with respect to the education. But at the same point in time, that's a sort of a topic which is on a different platter, that's not related to the official thing, wherein that's the something that should be taken by the government, which I believe now the government is actually taking initiatives at the same time to enhance the education and go to certain areas wherein there is not even certain things that are actually possible. So slowly, steadily, that's actually a sort of a different topic altogether. So I won't touch that. But yes, these are certain things that I would like to add in along with you guys. So, but at the end, the group discussion was fantabulous. Thank you so much, and obviously thank you so much for taking time out and being here on the live podium and enjoying the group discussion at the same point in time. So Anu, Satya, Vishnu, Maksud, Rahul, Srijit, thank you so much, guys. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed the group discussion today. And most probably we are again going to have such group discussions, live group discussions. So I would again be coming back to you, just to check if you would like to be a part of it. And we ourselves, are really happy that you come on these live group discussions and you tend to learn and you express yourself to the fullest. So that's the main agenda. And when I see that at the end of the day, you all achieved it, so that's a big, hooray sort of a thing. So great. So thank you so much. I won't take much of the time. Satya, Anu, Ram, Sud, Vishnu, thank you once again. Srijit, you're here. I just thought I lost you. Thank you so much. And have a great day ahead. Stay safe. And thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good day,
Thank you,
everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
SafeJob is an AI-powered job preparedness platform It is the latest edtech platform released by Safe Educate.
BFSI sector in India will need an additional 1.6 million skilled workforce by 2022.
The report says that people with the right skill set are very likely to get jobs as the service desk analyst and technicians.
The roles of logistics are to provide the right product in right quantity, at the right place, at right time, in right cost to the customer.
E-commerce sites have become more popular these days, due to which demand of data entry services has increased.
Customer service executive plays a critical role in providing an interface between the customers and the client's company. There are various career options available in this industry.
It is a platform for students by students.
This is your dost Smart Sid.
I am Paras Narula.
My name is Varang.
You are watching Safe Job, and I am your host,